Hi, my name is Chris, the dude.
Hi Chris, I'm Brenda, the CIO Dudette.
Hi Brenda, that's a crazy name. I'd like to talk to you today about how we can help you deliver new revenue-generating applications to customers faster, cheaper, and with higher quality. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yes Chris, we are always looking for ways to get innovations to our customers faster and with higher quality. Like dough.
Great. I'd like to start by giving a quick overview of some of the challenges or constraints that we see in app dev today, and then perhaps if you could share which, if any of these, are issues you face today.
That sounds like a good place to start.
Far out. First, let's clarify what we mean by constraints. Constraints are any dependencies that delay the completion of a task in the software development lifecycle that are not within the control of the team responsible for the task. Our customers tell us the four main constraints they have are: 1. Unavailable systems in limited capacity. 2. Conflicting delivery schedules. 3. Data management and volatility. And 4. Third-party costs and control.
Dude, we totally have some of those issues.
Wicked. Let's explore each one. First, unavailable systems in limited capacity. If you're like virtually every other customer we speak with, the reality is that IT must deal with environment constraints. Teams need appropriate system environments in place in order to develop new functionality and validate the application is working. So, for example, a key system that is used for important customer transactions has to be shared across multiple teams and is only available to your development team for a few hours a week. Or a critical web service your application will call is still under development. Or a third-party system only allows 10 test transactions per day before they start charging you.
That happens all the time.
The second constraint is with conflicting delivery schedules. Today's modern applications are seldom self-contained. Rather, they interact with components that are owned, managed, and developed by other teams or even third parties, each of which will have their own independent release timelines. Parallel development techniques can help, but you're still developing against interfaces or applications that are changing all of the time and you don't control them.
My development manager often says he can't do anything until he has everything, and he never has everything.
Exactamundo. The third constraint we talked about was data management and volatility. Here, teams struggle to set up the right scenarios across multiple systems to stage the right data, only to burn them all with a single test. Add to this issues with privacy or other regulations about how customer data is used, and the difficulty of testing edge conditions, and you have the potential for some real quality issues.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No. And I'm not finished. The last constraint we talked about was third-party costs and control. Increasingly, companies are building applications that will interact or be dependent on the third-party application. The third party will often charge you to test against its application. In the airline industry, for example, they outsource reservation aspects of their business to a GDS, such as Sabre or Galileo. The services gets a fee each time it is called by the airline application, which is fine in production for real customers, but obviously less attractive in test scenarios.
Dude, it's like you totally read my mind. We have all of those constraints in bucket loads. Are you telling me you have a solution that solves for these constraints?
That's right. It's called CA, Lisa, and it's the industry-leading solution for service virtualization. We call it service virtualization because we allow you to build virtual models of those dependent systems that remove the constraints of having an actual system in place.
You're starting to freak me out? This sounds too good to be true.
You better believe it. It's hot. These virtual models, or services, simulate the behavior of those dependent applications and allow your development teams to move full speed ahead without having to wait for environments to be provisioned, or test data to be staged, or to pay for access to third-party systems. We have customers that tell us that by using CLESM service virtualization, they are reducing how long it takes them to get innovative services to market by 30%, reducing the number of defects by 80%, and reducing infrastructure costs by 50%. Would you be interested in finding out more about how we do this?
Are you kidding me? If you can do this, I'll be up for CIO of the Year. How soon can you get your smart folks in here to talk to our smart folks about how we can start to leverage virtual services to accelerate our innovation?
Well, let me check our schedules. We could do something in 2 weeks in person.
Great, let's get something on the calendar. And I don't want a bunch of marketing stuff. Just give me the straight scoop.